be careful meeting your heroes, songwriters you admire. Uh, I want to share this story. I recently heard that a songwriter that I admire was coming here to Gainesville and saw that he was bringing a touring band with him, and uh, I was scheming on how to, show my appreciation and love for his and their art. So the day that they were coming to Gainesville, I went out to my front yard to my mulberry bush, which at that time had thousands of mulberries coming ripe, and I harvested a bunch. I took them inside and I made a mulberry pie. I was really happy with it. And I was hanging out at the venue here in Gainesville a couple hours before showtime. I knew that they were going to get there for sound check and load in and stuff. So I waited around, and they eventually showed up in their van. And I'm not really one to directly head on meet a songwriter, without, or sorry, I guess sticking my, foot in the door, or whatever idiom knows out there, to like get their attention first. Like, I'm not really that, I guess I'm shy or something. So my angle was, he is on tour with this band who isn't getting the attention he is, right? He's the, I guess, star. He's in most of the attention because he's the head, like, his name is on the front of the band, and he writes all the songs, and he is a solo artist, essentially. So I was there, but when the band pulled up, I danced at them, I welcomed them. They loved it, right? As a touring musician, or myself, I thought about, how would I like to be greeted in some town by a fan of my art? And so I had a few minutes with the band. They were very friendly, and I was just encouraging them, telling them their art is colorful and how I love it. And then the band, I guess, assumed that I'd want to meet the singer-songwriter guy. So they like quickly did this introduction thing, which I was not really prepared for or wanting. They're like, here he is. And I had already told the band, like, I made you guys this pie. Can I gift it to you? And they were like, absolutely, this is so cool. Thank you. I brought them some coffee that I brewed too. A lot of local Gainesville flavor. Anyhow, they all just sort of directed me to this songwriter who was unloading out of the van, and they're like, hey, meet this guy, Thaddeus. He brought us these gifts and this pie. Isn't this fun? And the guy didn't even look at me. like was, I guess, trying to avert his eyes, and did one of the, I'll do my best impression. That's great. How nice. And then walked away. Like, it seemed like he was way more annoyed than delighted, I guess. I gotta think, I use delighted a lot. I gotta think of like other synonyms for that. It's such a good word. But he, like, it was so awkward. And I was like, dude, that was weird. I'm not expecting anything. I didn't really want that. But since I was in that moment, like, what? Dude, if anyone had given, like, the smallest, like, piece of what I was doing for him, like for me, and my art, like saying like your art is colorful and your songs are great, you know, I would I would not be annoyed and not look at them and walk away. That was puzzling and disappointing, I guess. I guess I was confused. Anyhow, so I went to the show and I liked it, and they did great. Um, the band, I guess, called me out from the stage for the pie or something. That was fun. But the singer songwriter guy, there was another moment in the evening where I like saw him alone, and we had a moment where it was going to be just the two of us awkwardly, and like I guess we're both autistic and socially awkward, so like he again ignored me, like wanted nothing to do with me. So you know, I still like his songs, but knowing that, you know, after having sort of interacted with this person, that he treats people who appreciate his art so, in my opinion, like crappily, you know, like it, it seemed like a real sort of rude brush off of just like, this is annoying to me, you know. I I guess gave them to me. It made me seem like he was a little bit more self-important, full of himself than I ever realized. You know, like what, dude? You're a fucking human like me. Please be a little bit more humble and down to earth. Maybe, you know, that's what I want from you as an artist. But it I would like to say it doesn't affect my consumption of his art now, but I think it does. I mean, I can separate art from artist a lot, and I do that, but I'm like disappointed in him as a songwriter and an artist a little bit because of that strange interaction that I wasn't trying for or whatever. It just happened and was so awkward and weird and disappointing. So be careful. Like, and then I guess to cap this off, like more artists that I really love started coming to Gainesville, and I had that same thought, like, oh, I want to greet them and stuff, but I got burned the first time, so I paused and decided not to do that a couple more times because don't don't meet your heroes, I guess, you know. You can be disappointed. Look at this Twilight Zone mug. It's so big, full of homebrewed decaf coffee. Have a nice day.